Many times I'm asked, what is hypnosis? What is it good for? What can it be used for? And what are some of the benefits and advantages of working with hypnotherapy or self-hypnosis? The first step is, what is the difference between hypnosis, self-hypnosis, and stage hypnosis? Stage hypnosis is the one that most people are familiar with, and that involves having a show, having some people come on stage, and oftentimes you'll see people putting on a performance, a lot of laughter. That is what hypnotherapy is not. That is more stage hypnosis. And oftentimes people confuse hypnotherapy with stage hypnosis. So some of the fears that people have is a lot of the Hollywood pictures or movies that they've seen from the 50s, etc. Do I cluck like a chicken? Do I bark like a dog? Am I going to lose control? So the first step is to clarify that that is not what hypnotherapy or self-hypnosis is. What hypnotherapy is, it's actually a state of relaxed super awareness or heightened relaxed awareness, whereby you're conscious or you're aware, but you're able to activate or open up the deeper part of your mind, that part that we call the subconscious. Your subconscious mind is a very powerful tool. It is that part of you that is 95% stronger than that 5%. So we can refer to the subconscious part as your wiser mind or your higher mind. Your conscious mind, we can refer to it as, let's say, the lower mind. The conscious mind, for example, will remember something for a few days. The subconscious will actually take that information, that experience, and keep it there permanently. So imagine for a moment that your subconscious mind is like a hard drive. It doesn't care if it's good or bad, your thought, your experience, your emotion. It takes everything in there and records it or stores it and creates certain types of impressions that are there. That's why sometimes, for example, in the area of overcoming fears and phobias, you'll have someone who might have had extremely painful experience at the age of 3 or 4, but they can't recall it, or sometimes they do recall it. The subconscious mind makes a record of that, and something will activate that fear, and suddenly the person doesn't know why, but they're overreacting to, it could be a spider, it could be when they walk into a particular room, it could be going outside. Most of you have learned how to drive, let's say, a car. When you learn to drive a car, you would pay attention to all the little details with your conscious mind. And after a while, perhaps several months later, a year later, you're actually able to drive and have a conversation at the same time. Your subconscious now is actually doing the driving while you're actually having a conversation. So your conscious mind is that part which is perhaps your, let's say, linear analytical mind. And they say that we use about 5% of that part of the mind. Your subconscious is what we call your deeper mind, that 95% that is your emotional mind, that utilizes and remembers everything that's ever happened to you when you were a little child right up to the present moment. So we refer to that as the subconscious or the unconscious part of the mind. Hypnotherapy is also referred to as the mind-body connection. And part of the reason for that is because it addresses and works with the mental and emotional part of the person. So for example, your subconscious that regulates your breathing, regulates whether your eyelids are closing, how many times during the day, the blood flow, all that is going on automatically at the subconscious level of your mind. So hypnotherapy and the mind-body connection is about having the conscious and subconscious mind work together in harmony so that you're working with both parts, almost like forming a bridge. And in that formation of that bridge, you're working towards the mind, body, and your inner self all working together as one towards achieving your desired end result. People describe it as a very light, heightened state of very deep, thorough relaxation, where they feel almost like as if they're floating out of their body, as if they're sinking down into the couch. And some people almost feel like time, as we perceive it, seems to either expand or to shrink. So it's a very wonderful, positive experience. people report that they feel comfortable and relaxed, comfortable and safe. And so it's a positive experience. When someone is in a state of hypnosis or a state of self-hypnosis, they're actually aware. There's usually about three levels that they might be able to access. One is a light state, the second one is a medium state, and the third one is very deep, or what they call a very altered trance-like state. Any of those states is sufficient for change, positive change to begin to occur. So you may experience a light state, others may be deep trance subjects, and any of those states is sufficient, again, for change to begin to occur. And you are always safe in a state of hypnosis. It's very difficult to be hypnotized against your will. It's extremely, extremely rare. The first step is you've got to want to be hypnotized, and you've got to want to be able to address and deal with whatever the issue is that you want to either change or improve on with hypnotherapy. Whether you have to remember things from your past in order to address an issue or problem is not necessary. You do not have to remember it with your conscious mind. Oftentimes, if we sometimes have to go back to look at the root cause of a particular issue or problem, we ask permission of your subconscious mind. We never have you go there without the subconscious being a part of that. So we always ask your subconscious part of your mind if it's ready to go ahead, and part of you is ready to go ahead. We want the permission from the subconscious mind to go ahead. So you're never forced into dealing or opening some post-traumatic stress syndrome from your past unless it's necessary in that moment for you to look or remember something. So it's never done against your will. For certain things, for example, like stop smoking, yes, it is permanent. Sometimes you may need more additional suggestions for reinforcement. Or I've also had numerous clients whereby they finally changed their lifestyle habits in the area, for example, of weight loss. And suddenly now they've implemented the new habit patterns of going to the gym on a regular basis, eating good, healthy foods, and also beginning to maintain a very positive mindset, which is very crucial to success and outcome of working with hypnotherapy. You will be given the suggestion that you remember most things in hypnotherapy. Sometimes what happens in the state of hypnotherapy, you may remember parts, and other parts your mind may go off to a different tangent. But you remember the most crucial part of the hypnotherapy. You'll be given both post-hypnotic condition response suggestions and also suggestions to recall a particular event or memory if necessary. How you know you wake up from hypnosis is, number one, no one's ever been stuck in hypnosis indefinitely. You will be receiving a suggestion that says at the count of 5, you'll be wide awake, full alert, and in full control of your body and mind. And that is the area that will allow you to make sure that you are awake, fully wide awake, and in full control of your body and mind. The only side effect, it's a very positive, beneficial, wonderful feeling. So there's no negative side effects. The benefits are very relaxing, very positive, very beneficial. How you know it works is by the results that you're going to experience. Now, some people may experience subtle results, others as time goes by more significant. So it does take time. So for example, an average length of period of time could be anywhere from a minimum of 4 weeks, let's say, once a week, to sometimes as many as 10 weeks or 12 weeks, depending on the outcome that you want to work on, depending on your symptom, whether it's mild or whether it's severe. So that's generally the average amount of time that's recommended for any type of hypnotherapy work. Hypnosis can help with a variety of many different areas. Everything from health-related issues, drugs, alcohol, stop smoking. It's very excellent in breaking negative habit patterns that have been formed or formulated for many, many years. And also very helpful in getting to the root cause of what has created those bad habits. It's been said in the past that people are a creature of habits, unfortunately most of them bad. And oftentimes that's what makes this world so sad. That was written way back in the 17th century. So changing habits is a very excellent use of hypnotherapy and self-hypnosis. Other things that it helps with are stress and anxiety. Stress management is a huge part of day-to-day living. Anxiety, we live in an age of anxiety. So you learn tools and skills that will allow you to maintain or lower the causes of stress and achieve or create what's called a calmer mind, in which you feel more in control versus out of control. So for stress and anxiety, it's also very excellent in helping with that particular issue. Other areas are also things like IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. Oftentimes there's a part of the gut that's referred to as the second brain. And so relaxing that area and relaxing your mental and emotional state is very, very essential for achieving a state of deeper relaxation, and as a result, much better control over the symptoms, whether it be irritable bowel syndrome, whether it also be, for example, sleep. Sleep is another excellent area, insomnia and sleep issues. Oftentimes people are very stressed and cannot shut off their minds, especially as they're going to sleep at night. So hypnotherapy is very excellent retraining that part of the mind or the brain that allows you to slow down your mind and eventually fall into very deep, relaxing, deeper sleep. So it does improve your ability to sleep better and the quality of your sleep. So that's another area as well. Also, another area that is very, very good is improving, for example, your concentration, improving your sports performance, also your ability to recall information or facts for those that are students or studying or preparing for an exam. I've had individuals where they were not able to pass their accounting exam and failed maybe 6 times. Then through the use of hypnotherapy and hypnosis, they're able to recall the information in a more relaxed manner and able to pass their particular exam. So improving your concentration, your memory, your confidence are all very good areas in working with hypnosis and hypnotherapy. In sports, I've helped individuals who want to improve, for example, their golf game, who want to improve overcoming the fear of injury, for example, in hockey or in football. I've worked with individuals as young as in their teens, right up to professional athletes who are actually in the well-known sports teams. And oftentimes the fear in sports is the fear of being injured, the fear of feeling so much pressure and handling the pressure, the fear of competition or losing, the fear of succeeding. So these are the type of issues that we address in sports. So for sports improvement, definitely will provide the individual or the client with a very powerful edge, a very powerful tool to improve both your sports and the outcome of your goal. It's also been utilized in improving, for example, auditions or in winning competitions. Definitely a very powerful edge, and we've even had Miss Universe Canada, I think it was 2011, who utilized the hypnotherapy to assist her in visualizing the outcome of the pageant, and in that case it actually turned out to be a wonderful win for her. Weight loss is about helping you, number one, change your habit patterns. So for example, if you're having issues with portion control, it can help you control the portion control. If you're having issues where your trigger is emotional eating, so you're eating because you're upset, you're stressed, or you're bored, hypnotherapy is excellent in identifying the root cause of your symptom and then to begin to stop, for example, emotional eating, or to only eat when you're truly hungry. And when you're full, you stop. Hypnotherapy will give you a suggestion that when you're full, you stop, and you only eat when you're truly hungry. Also, it's excellent in motivating you to continue some form of regular exercise, because besides the eating well, you must do some form of movement or exercise in order to keep your body in great shape. And so each individual is unique, so we customize each of the programs, especially around the weight loss one, to that individual. So the programs are very customized according to your unique goals, desires, and outcome that you'd like to see.